Don't worry,
Be happy,
don't worry,
be happy.
What is poppin', dear saying? In this video I'm going to share with you 3 things that made this me happier than the old me. You know, the me without those 3 things. So imagine this is you, plus the 3 things, happy you. Without the 3 things, sad you. With them, happy you, sad you. You know what I mean? And make sure you watch the full video because these 3 things are like best friends. They go out together, they work out together. So for them to give you the best results, it's important that you watch all 3 combined. And by the end of the video, you should be, don't worry,
Be happy.
So let's start with the first one right now. I call this the zoom out effect. So let me explain. You, my friend, is the closest person to your life events. You are the closest person to your everyday life events. Like you take showers for yourself and maybe something else on the side, but we're not gonna mention that. You feed yourself. You go do sport, you do stuff, you go to study, you go to work. So you know what's going on in your day the most. You're so close to it. And in your life, there are a bunch of events. Events that are a real event, like somebody dies in China and maybe you're Canadian. You don't really care if somebody dies in China, unless if they're your cousin, which they are not, I assume. You don't care about that, it's irrelevant. The second thing is good events. Things that actually make you happy, like achievement, like getting good grades, maybe eating good food, having a kiss, going for a sport event, things that really make you happy. And the third things that are bad, you know, the bad events, the slight small events that irritate you and make you feel bad and annoys you, just kind of ruin your mood for the rest of the day, week, month, and so on.
Get right here, man.
So I'm talking about these events. So an example of a small bad thing could be like missing the bus. You know, you're trying to catch the bus and you miss it. That small thing would probably ruin your mood for a bit, for like 15 minutes or like 20 minutes. And there's something bigger, like missing a plane ticket, like a flight. Like you paid a couple of hundreds for the flight and you missed that flight. You're probably gonna feel shitty for the rest of the week, if not the month. The zoom out effect basically says, or what I do when I do this zoom out effect, is I zoom out from the event, because when that happened, you're so close to it in terms of a perspective. It happened to you today, it happened to you right now. So you're so close to the exposure of that event that it affects you extremely in terms of mood. It will annoy you a lot and make you feel shitty. So when you miss the bus ticket right now, you're irritated and annoyed for the next 15 minutes, for the next hour probably. When you miss that flight, you're probably irritated for the next week. And the zoom out effect basically tells you that it's actually insignificant what just happened. It's not as big as you perceive it. It's only big and it's only such a big mess because you're so close to it. So when you zoom out, yes, you will still feel irritated. You will still feel bad and annoyed and it will still piss you off. But with the zoom out effect, it helps you to not let it drag forever and take more than its actual size. So for example, when you miss that bus, you just missed it right now. It doesn't make sense for you to stay pissed for the rest of the day. It's not fair for the next minutes and hours to suffer from what happened that hour. It's a small event, and then when you zoom out in terms of how many people missed the bus that day with you, in the country, in the planet, when you zoom out from the planet to the galaxy and you zoom out to the universe, you'll find that the more you zoom out, the less significant it becomes and the smaller it gets until it can disappear. But it will stay in your head quite a while. So the point is, do not make it drag forever. Don't give it a bigger size than it already is. So when you zoom out, you're more likely to see things from a higher perspective.
Chris, I apologize.
That will not let you kind of drag this small event and make it bigger and make it take so much energy that it should not take. So my friend just zoomed the out. So the zoom out strategy was for the smaller events, the things that happen in a daily basis that do not have that impact emotionally, like missing the bus, you know? You could get over that. But what about the events that have a higher impact on your happiness, higher impact on your emotions, like a broken heart, something that gets your heart shattered. You're feeling broken a million pieces, you cannot stop thinking about it and you're so sad, you're so down, you're helpless, nothing makes sense to you, you're so unhappy and you only feel like it's the end of your world. What do you do? Well, there comes the second strategy. And it's basically realizing that there are no wrong emotions. A lot of us think that we have to be happy all the time and we need to feel good all the time and be positive and think like things are all gonna be okay. And that is total BS. It's unrealistic. Life is very bumpy. You will feel good sometimes and you're gonna feel shit sometimes. And it's okay. Understanding that it's fine to feel sad and it's necessary. It's actually very good and important for you emotionally and for your health to feel sad. Because if you think about life, it's literally made out of opposites, you know? Hot and cold, sad and happy, up and down, left to right. Everything has an opposite. And for you to experience true happiness and for you to actually feel good and enjoy that feeling, you need something, an opposite to compare it with. And that comes as sadness and sorrow and feeling broken and feeling that down emotions. And it's important for you. So instead of trying to escape these negative emotions, when you're feeling broken, when you're feeling sad, just live it. Feel sad. Do cry. Feel down. Shut down. Don't talk to people. Go for a lonely walk. Listen to sad music. Let it out, you know, experience that sadness as much as you experience the happiness when you're feeling it. When you're feeling good, you're feeling all in. You're going all in with the feeling good. And when you're feeling sad, you should do the exact same thing. Feel as sad as you possibly can. It's okay to feel sad, it's okay to feel shitty. And you're not supposed to feel happy all the time or good all the time. It's just impossible. And when you're trying to do that, you're gonna end up feeling more miserable because you're going against the grain of nature. You're going against the direction of how things and how your body and how your mind should react. So let it be balanced. Go through these emotions. They are not wrong, they are necessary for your growth. So feel them, and when you do that, these emotions will pass. They will not stay forever. Because as I said, life is based on opposites, good and bad, up and down, left to right, hot and cold. This sounds like a rap song. So basically, in short, understand that there are no wrong emotions and all of your emotions are valid. Be that sad emotions, be that positive emotions, both of them are valid. Feel them, experience them, and you're gonna be alright.
I can say sweet.
Now this last concept will cover your life in general in terms of happiness, whether it's the small events like missing the bus and ruining the day, or the big events like a heartbreak or losing someone you really love and feeling super sad and broken. And the concept is, don't focus on finding happiness. Focus on experiencing life. See, life in itself, in its essence, is an experience. It's not something that you find in a box. It's not like you open a box and boom, you have life in there. No, you go through life from the moment you are born to the moment you die. What have you done in that time span? What did you experience? That will determine your happiness. Imagine if you're born and you're just sitting in a room and you spend your whole life in that room, eating, doing whatever, you'll survive, but you will be like, you'll kill yourself out of depression. You're probably gonna suicide. But imagine a life full of experience where you travel, meet new people, eat cool food, and struggle, and then overcome that struggle and fall and go up and succeed and fail. In all life, and it's all ups and downs and positives and negatives, the whole experience and its intensity. That's what gonna make your life worthwhile. That's what gonna give you the opportunity to truly feel good, enjoy, and be lucky to experience life in its essence. See, you and me, my friend, we are lucky to get to experience life, the ultimate experience of any creature. Where we are born, we are chosen from probably 400 trillion other sperm. Me and you, we won the race. We are chosen to experience life. So when you're focusing on finding something in that experience, you will miss the experience itself. And that's why if you keep looking, you keep missing the experience, so you'll never find the happiness that you're looking for, because it's only in the experience that you're missing. So instead of focusing on finding that one thing, focus on experiencing it. See, for example, a dance, if you want to dance with your crush, you're not focusing on trying to find that dance itself and like reaching to the end of the dance and finishing it. Oh, I danced with my crush, so now I feel good. It's more like the dance itself, when you're dancing in that moment and you're not thinking about anything else, you're not thinking about a start or an end, you're in the activity. You're in what's called a flow. You're flowing, you're feeling that experience, because when you're thinking about something else, when you're trying to find when is that next thing gonna happen, you will always look for that next thing. So right now, you're probably saying to yourself that when I'm there, I'll be happy. But once you get there, you'll also tell yourself when I'm there, I'll be happy. And that's why you're always being in that loop. So instead of doing that, focus on experiencing the beauty of life and all of what it has to offer. The bad, the good, everything. Live it, do it, feel it, be it, breathe it, tell stories, be in stories. And then then and only then it is possible for you to truly find joy and happiness. Because for happiness to be, there must be some sadness in it, and for sadness to be, there must be some happiness. And for you to live that life and experience it in its true essence and get that taste of the life experience, you need to forget about finding and focus on experiencing. So instead of focusing on finding happiness, focus on experiencing happiness. Just go experience shit and you will be alright. That's what I did, that's what worked for me, and I hope that's gonna work for you. And until then, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bella, ciao, ciao, Bella.
Now I can say, see.